Good morning, students. I hope you are well and safe at home. Are you happy? Okay. In our last class, we learned about history, right? What is history? What is history? History is the story of humans from all over the world. Today's events, tomorrow's history. Okay. Then only one question we studied. What is history? That is same answer. Okay. History is the study of humans from all over the world. Then last we learned in history we learned about 3 points. Do you remember? The events that happened in the past, to people and to places. Then second point, why the events of the past happened and when they happened. Then third point, famous people and the lives of ordinary people who lived in the past. This much we learned. Okay. Today we are going to learn about this. In history we learn about these 3 sentences that. Okay. Then one more. Next topic, why do we learn history? Okay. There are many reasons given. More reasons are here, but in our book 3 reasons is there. So we have to one by one study. Okay. Listen. People have lived on earth for thousands of years, right? People have lived in earth for thousands of years. Most of them have been ordinary people like us, right? When we learn about these ordinary or about famous people, the things that happened to them and the things that they did, we are learning history. Okay. We learn on famous people and ordinary people who lived in the past. Okay. Then there are many objects that help us to learn about the past, right? Yes, last day we learned buildings, places, then cities, countries, everything have a history, right? So there are many objects that help us to learn about the past. Just like your old family album is an object which is filled with pictures of your family members over the years, right? These objects help us in understanding our history, our family history, right? Some objects that help us to study history are cave paintings, coins, stamps, old buildings, written records such as newspapers and journals and so on. Then folk songs, poems, plays and letters written long ago also tell us about the past. Okay, ma'am? Such objects are known as sources of history. Okay, understand or not? Okay, everything we learn from the history. Okay, then when your grandparents were as old as you are now, then when your parents were as old as you are now, then we have to compare. Okay. Then favorite food means our grandparents rice, fish, farm water. Then our parents idli, dosa, curry, this etc. Nowadays fast food. Okay, biryani, biryani, then pizza, burger, like that, etc. Right? Then going to school, everything we learned, walk, bullock cart, use our grandparents. Our parents bus, walk, then bicycle. You are now car, scooter, bus. Then keeping in touch with people in another city, letter and telegram only used. But your parents mobile phone used. Nowadays, at once send the message through WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, more things. Facebook, okay. Then houses also different. Houses, our grandparents period, mud gut and gut house, mud house like that. Then your parents time, cottage, small houses. Nowadays, big concrete house, right? Then subject, Tamil, English, Max, your grandparents learned. Our your parents, Tamil, English, Max, Science, Social. 5 subjects are studied. But you now you think once Tamil, English, Max, Science, Social, Hindi, GK, Moral, Art, etc. Computer, right, ma'am? At the same time, spending time also different. This your grandparents watching gramic drama, gramic songs, sit together and talking something like that. They have to spending time. But your parents playing, hearing songs, dancing like that. Now you think once watching TV, then video games, always touch mobile phone, using mobile phone, right? Then dress also, more types of dress worn. But this your grandparents dirty towel, shirt also don't have that your grandparents time, okay. Maximum dhoti, vesty. Dhoti means vesty, okay. Towel like that use. Your parents time, sari, chudidar like that. Now you think western style of dresses, right, ma? Okay, so everything changed, okay. Then why do we learn history? There are many reasons why we learn history. First reason is learning about the past is interesting. What? Learning about the past is interesting. Second point, we understand how people lived. Okay, ma'am? We understand. Second point, we understand how people lived. Then third point, we understand our world today. We understand our world today, okay. These headings we have to study. First, only one heading we will study. First one, learning about the past is interesting. Learning about the past is interesting, okay. History tells us about the things that have already taken place, okay. It tells us about people and places and events that happened many years ago. It also tells us about what happened, when it happened, and how it happened, okay. History connects us to past. It makes the past come alive before us, okay, ma'am? Okay, listen. Many interesting things happened in the past. For example, history tells us that earlier there was no internet. Everyone know? And very few phones. So people wrote letters to each other on paper. Clear? Clear it? Okay, good. They sent their letters through the post office. It took several days for the letters to reach. Nowadays, emails and messages that we send reach almost as soon as they are sent. Clear? Understand or not? Okay, once again I am saying learning about the past is interesting. Why? Many interesting things happen in the past. For example, that letters communicate to other people very difficult. Okay. Now very easy to at once we have to communicate with others, but before the years not like that. Okay. Letters to each other on paper, then they have to send through the post office. Then more days after only reach there. Okay. Nowadays everything change. At once send message, email, internet, everything. Okay. Okay. Understand my today's portion. Today's why do we learn history? Very important. History is very important in our life. Okay. Okay. Can you see how different your life is today compared to your grandparents? Lives are even your parents lives when they were your age. Okay. This is everything we learned today. Today this much enough. One question completed. Today we are going to study that next question, second question, then book bag exercise. Okay, ma. All of you take your book, turn to page number 83. Page number 83. Okay. First, fill in the blanks completed. Second one, write true or false. B, Roman letter B. B, write true or false. First one, families do not have a history. Families do not have a history. Not have a history. So this answer is false. F-A-L-S-E, false. Then second one, in history we learn about what is happening these days. In history we learn about what is happening these days. No, last past we can study the past years. Okay, so this is false. F-A-L-S-E, false. Then third one, history tells us why things happened. True. Okay, T-R-U-E, true. Once again, history tells us why things happen. Answer, true. Then, the stories of famous people and of people who were not famous are all part of history. Listen, the stories of famous people and of people who were not famous are all part of history. Answer is true. T-R-U-E, true. Okay. Then fifth one, we learn history for many different reasons. Today learn no that. We learn history for many different reasons. Answer is true. T-R-U-E, true. Okay. Clear? First one, families do not have a history. False. Second one, in history we learn about what is happening these days. False. Then third one, history tells us why things happened. True. The stories of famous people and of people who were not famous are all part of history. True answer. Then fifth one, we learn history for many different reasons. Answer is true. Okay. Then question answer. Second question. Listen. Write 3 sentences about that we learn in history. Write 3 sentences about what we learn in history. Okay. Answer. First over second one. In history, we learn about the events that happened in the past to people and to places. We learn why these events of the past took place and when they took place. We also learn about famous people and the lives of ordinary people who lived in the past. Right? Once again, write 3 sentences. Write 3 sentences about what we learn in history. Answer. In history, we learn about the events that happened in the past to people and to places. We learn why these events of the past took place and when they took place. We also learn about famous people and the lives of ordinary people who lived in the past. Understand? Next question today, next day we can study. Okay, all should stay safe, stay home, obey your parents. Okay, thank you. Bye. Meet again.